Hey guys, it's Michelo here. Welcome back to Sit and Chill. I'm recording at 4:45 p.m. and I believe this is Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure. I'm not even going to get into that because I I totally suck at geography, and uh, so this is episode 3. And the previous 2 episodes, we spoke about, and I'm sure you can see it right here on the screen. We spoke about um, what do you want to do and what's your passion. And today we will talk about. Drum. Oh, you know what? Okay, what am I doing? What? Okay, this is interesting. Huh, why? Oh, I am a doofus. I drew that on another layer. I am cheating a little bit because I haven't pressed the timer yet because we're trying to keep these at 10 minutes and it is yet to happen. And so this one is going to be about how to deal with bullies. Dun dun dun. All right, so let me go back to my sketch 2 layer. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Sorry for that smacking. I'm gonna try to smack less if I can. All right, so here we go. 3, 2, 1. Bam. There we go. And I just smacked again. I can't help myself. Oh, I need help. I need help with how to deal with bullies. And so I never truly got bullied in elementary school or like we say in the English colony countries, primary school. And so neither middle school or senior high. I think there was one attempt in senior high, and I just stood my ground. And so my thought on, how to deal with bullies. Honestly, I mean, this for some of you, this may not be like the best advice or what you thought I would say, but I believe the best way to deal with bullies is to stand your ground, even when you truly believe that, hey, I may get my butt kicked, but you should still stand your ground. And now, of course, if it's a situation where you're getting bullied by several different people and there's an opportunity for you to run away, I would certainly advise to run away, seek help, and definitely report that situation. Even if it's a one-on-one bullying, where there's just one other person, and if you can run away, I would say that's another option. Certainly the safest option, right? Saves you from getting hit and hurt, or possibly worse. But if you do run away, I advise you to definitely report that. Report it to your parents. Report it to, if you happen to still be at school, report it to your teacher. Make sure it gets to your principal, and make sure the situation is is dealt with. You don't, the last thing you want is to just try to ignore it, and it just not, um, there's no resolution. And that just never really works. And so somebody say, well, I have reported it and it just made it worse, and folks just teamed up on me and waited for when teachers weren't around, or when we're on the school bus, or when I was walking home. Yeah, and, that's, that is a tricky situation, particularly if you're not going to get picked up from school. And so that definitely makes for a more complicated situation. And so, but again, my thought is to still report it. That way, an adult knows what's going on, and you've at least made a first attempt to address the situation, because you definitely want to do that. And so that's one option. And if it is a one-on-one scenario, and this is the only way I would say stand your ground, if it is one-on-one, because if you're up against several other people, you're at a major disadvantage. If you're up against several other people, you want to run away. If you ever went to a self-defense class or sat in on a self-defense demonstration, that's always one of their safety pointers. If you're up against, numbers are always greater. I'm sorry, that's someone's calling. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Let me put my phone on silent. Sorry about that, guys. And so, what was I saying? Yeah, so if you're self-defense practitioner, teachers, always say, if there's numbers, and even if you know how to fight, if you can escape and run away, that should be one of your primary objectives, because there's strength in numbers, and you just want to avoid that situation at all costs. So now, if it is one person, not saying that you can't still succumb to a beat down of some sort, but I believe if it's one-on-one, it provides you an opportunity to let that person know that, hey, I'm not afraid of you. You may be bigger than me, you may be stronger than me, you may be faster than me, but I'm not afraid of you. And so standing your ground in that situation, I think, will, in a lot of cases, give you that person's, or get that person's respect. And I say that just from experience. There have been times when I've been picked on, and I think sometimes it's just a matter of testing, like, okay, let's see if this guy can fight. Because I was fairly quiet, stuck to myself. Well, I had friends, but I was just not a vocal person, in school. And so, I had friends, and popular friends, unpopular friends. And so, I was just, I don't know, I just was in that flamboyant personality. And so, but yeah, there was a time when someone, I think it was a senior, 2 classes ahead of me, and, just big guy too, like he worked at the gym and all that. And he would just pick on other students and just bully people around. That's what we're talking about, how to deal with bullies. And so I don't know what the situation was. I just remember it was around exams, and during exams, it's not a full schedule, and so people are just idle. If you hear sounds in the background, my lovely wife, she's doing some vacuuming, and our little man is following her around. So if you hear a little voice, that's the ambient background sounds. So So anyway, yeah, it was just, it was doing like exams, and this dude just, I don't know, I guess he was just feeling himself, um, and he just, you know, grabbed me at the collar. I think he asked me a question or something like, like give me some money or whatever it was. I really don't even remember the context, as far as what led to him, um, um, grabbing my collar. And so he did, and just in that moment I was like, you know what, I could fold, and I said no, and I just grabbed his collar, and and he was kind of shocked at that, and the other students in my grade class were shocked too, and they were just like, what, and he was like, hey, why are you grabbing my collar? And I said, why are you grabbing my collar? I was just going back and forth with him. Thankfully he didn't throw a punch or anything like that. But I think a teacher came around, and it broke it up, and that was really like the last time he ever messed with me, and um, can I say that that'll be every single case? You may grab someone's collar and they may just clock you. Um, I just think it's very important um, to demonstrate that, hey, I'm not afraid. And like animals, some people can pick up on fear. And if they sense that, yes, this person is afraid, I can what's the word? I can maximize the fact that they are afraid of me, and I can do whatever I want to do to them. They'll do that, and it's really up to us to say, no, I'm not gonna, whether you, oh, there goes, wow, 10 minutes like flies by. So I'm just wrapping up this. I guess this will be like part one. You just want to demonstrate that, hey, you know what, I'm not afraid of you. And here's a little secret: you could definitely be afraid on the inside. You just don't want to show that on the outside. You want to be able to show a calm, collective front, and just bottle up that anxiety and that fear on the inside, and use that as fuel to make your stand. And because they don't know, they're just like, oh wow, this person has stood up, and they're just not just taking it, and wow, whether they choose to respect it or not, it's definitely going to be something that they did not expect. They did not expect for you to put up resistance. They just thought that, hey, you would just fold and you would just take it, but you standing up and proving that, hey, you know what, I'm not going to be punked. I'm not a punk, and I'm fighting back to the bitter end, and then it's not going to get to that point. And so, but you have to stand up at some point, and whether you decide to stand up for yourself and confronting them head on, or stand up by going and reporting it to an adult, to a teacher, to your parent or your guardian, you have to stand up in some form of fashion. Don't just allow it to continue, allow it to happen, because then it will just be a part in your life, from school to young adult to adulthood. So, stand up, face the person, if you can, head on. And if you still feel like, I can't do that, stand up by reporting it, and pursuing it, and making sure that that person is held accountable, or those people are held accountable to their actions. All right, guys. So that's, I think I'll say that's part one, because it's a long, I don't think that's just one quick session type thing. So anyway, so I'll come with a part two, and maybe just talking about, why bullies bully. All right. So have a good one, guys. Be strong out there, and see you on the next one. So sit, chill, peace.